if I hadn't gone into music, I would have gone into language probably. Besides the engineering, that was so. Let's talk about the engineering first. That was society dictating that I needed to have a good job that paid well at the time. Am I good at math? Yeah, I'm good enough. Can I get into this career? Well, yeah, I can. You want to make this amount of money? Well, yeah, I do. So I went into engineering. And you were mentioning your friend who also was in engineering and ended up in the arts because the soul wants what the soul wants. It has this pull. So I have discovered this. I am very glad I discovered it early that you don't have to follow whatever society tells you. If you have this pull to be an artist or to do something even that is not commonplace, just find your happy place and work enthusiastically for it, and that's gonna bring you success. So that's my. I love engineering. I love math, but I realized that art and music and all of this has nothing against nothing. I cannot even think becoming an engineer right now and do that for a living. Music is just so fulfilling and so my own self that I cannot think of anything else. But the languages, I got exposed to languages with English and Spanish at first. I grew up speaking both. And later I had the opportunity to learn French at school and Italian at the same time. And I discovered that I had I don't know, a facility to do it. I was blessed with learning really quickly, and so I started singing opera, and I got to sing in French, and in Italian, in Russian, in Spanish, English, and German. And slowly I started looking at the scripts and translating them. And it's like, oh, it's better if I know exactly, if I say the word schreckliche in German, that it means terrible. If I say it with the meaning and make the word sound horrible as well. So that became a passion of mine. The same happened with Italian, with French. The moment I didn't even realize, and I could speak them. I was having an interview, I remember, in 2006 in France, and they took me to the radio for an interview. I thought it was going to be in English, and suddenly everybody start speaking French, and I have the microphones here. I was like, okay, I started broken French, not great, but that was my first. They threw me into the fire, and I survived. So now I am very enthusiastic about learning Russian. I'm studying Russian right now. It started a few years ago when this awful war hadn't started, and I was working a lot in Russia. Um, but now that I don't think it's gonna happen that I go back to sing there. It's something I have here, and here in Aventura, I get to use it a lot. There's a lot of Russian speakers I get to practice with.